Hey guys, this is Brendan Borman, back for another 270 stream. Tonight I'll be playing as Trump 2020 against Tim Ryan. Good luck to my opponent. This is a tournament match. And I actually don't know a whole lot about Tim Ryan. So let's take a look at that player profile. He has a lot of small bonuses, 20% manufacturing, a negative bonus in oil, but a really high swing state and export bonus. So right away, I know that I'm going to be going toe-to-toe with him in the swing states. I thought about just opening up in North Carolina, but I thought, you know what, I better put a stake in Pennsylvania as well, especially if I'm going to concede Florida. That might allow me to pivot to manufacturing, but it looks like he is just spent in Florida and Ohio. Okay, so he's exactly 50K away in states as far as getting that 200 threshold. So right away, I'm thinking about the Wisconsin and the New Mexico combination. And so I could pivot to manufacturing, but what I'm going to do is block the Wisconsin and New Mexico. And then honestly, I'm going to enter into Ohio and Virginia just in case he goes and pivots and does something really strange. I could then get swing with Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and North Carolina. But it looks like, okay, it looks like a relatively low spend. He just got to the third rung in Florida. He opened up in Pennsylvania, which is really interesting. Okay, 60, 100, 180, 240. I'm going to do this. Make sure I stay ahead of him. That way he can't get the swing bonus this turn. I might be overspending, and a good player might just open up in Wisconsin and New Mexico, or go in like Arizona, Colorado, some other states. You know what? I'm going to go in all the rest of the swing states. There might be a few clashes this turn, but, you know, it's okay. I'm not getting the bonus, but neither is he. And I'm in way more states. So let's see how turn 3 shakes out here. Okay, so he did spend 2 taps in Ohio, which avoided the clash in Pennsylvania, but we're that much closer to filling it out. So obviously, Pennsylvania, we do have a pretty significant money advantage at this point, and it's about to be bigger, but let me just run some numbers here. I can't quite get it this way. I am a few short here. I can go in Arizona times 2, but that doesn't quite get me to 200 EV. 60. I think I'm just a hair short. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save that cash and see if this guy is persistent in Pennsylvania or not. There's a decent chance that he might save significantly on this turn. But if we happen to clash in Pennsylvania, of course, that'll be a net. Okay, so that's good. That's a net positive swing for us for $60,000 in cash. And we're able to bank that money. So for sure, we'll be able to get the swing state bonus this turn. 60, 120, 180, 240. And then just going to go ahead and get some of these states up to 3. I'm definitely going to prioritize the oil states as well as manufacturing, but I think I'm a little bit over. But you know what? I've already got two manufacturing. I don't even feel like pressuring in Ohio just because he has shown the wherewithal to go big in a couple states like Pennsylvania and Ohio in the past. So it looks like he's pivoting to export, which is another big bonus, which is interesting. I mean, he also could be going for manufacturing, but he's not really going at many other states. He did open up in Louisiana, which is kind of why I said export. I mean, of course, it could also be African American because he does have Florida and Illinois and Michigan. I mean, obviously, if he got New York here, that would give it to him, but he doesn't need New York. So I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to make it difficult on him. I'm just going to spend my swing state bonus in Florida and probably force an overspend here. So while I could take Florida from him, I really have no real intentions of doing that this turn. I think what I'm going to do is, just to play it safe, I'm going to finish off Pennsylvania because there are some pretty crazy people out there, and he might try to steal Pennsylvania, which there's not really a world where I don't try to flip Florida or don't finish off Pennsylvania, but he doesn't know that. So there's Louisiana to the third round. I'm going to open up an oil. So I opened up in Oklahoma, Texas, which will open the door for manufacturing, West Virginia. I didn't really do the math in oil, but I didn't want to miss out because I'd usually go the Oklahoma, Louisiana in both of the oil, New Mexico and Colorado. But since I don't have Louisiana, West Virginia and Wyoming is more than Louisiana, so that'll get me that bonus for sure. And there's just a $150,000 spend in New York. Sorry about that yawn. Getting pretty late here. But it's not too late to kick Tim Ryan's butt. Okay, so now that I'm looking at it, I am probably one turn too late entering into Michigan and Illinois. He is going to get that African American bonus if he does double tap in New York this turn. And so I'm looking here. I probably could flip Ohio and eventually flip Florida, but you know what? I'm just going to bank that money. Again, I'm not being pressured. And if I can go in Maryland, which I just did, and then maybe flip Louisiana, that'll give me the Old South bonus. And so I've got the three bonuses, the oil and gas, the manufacturing, and the swing states. Well over $1 million to his $420,000. And so I am strategically saving. I'm not facing any pressure. Now, what do I want to do? I think that the wise thing is just go into California, see if there's a clash, force him to overspend defending. And while he did do a good job of going into Washington, he spent quite a bit of money in Illinois and Michigan. And honestly, those could still be stolen by me. It's highly unlikely I attack him now just because he's advanced it so far. But what I am going to do is really look at some states here. So I can flip a Ohio. Honestly, I could flip Florida, not North Carolina. Okay, so I have $500,000 in swing states. That'll get me even with him. And then he can only go 3 if he were to go all in Florida. And I could still go 4. So I have a guaranteed overtake of Florida that will take away the African American bonus. And so that alone is worth it. That also, I'm not quite sure if that gives me Latino. I think if I flipped Illinois, it would. But I think I'm just going to open up into Indiana and Kentucky just to play it safe. I'm already crushing this guy's soul. So pressure in Maryland, pressure in Virginia. But the damage has been done. 267. There goes the African American bonus. There's the ag bonus, the Old South. So we do have 5 bonuses. And a commanding electoral lead and a commanding money lead. So just looking at it, I don't have high tech. I do have 4 states really for high tech if you count New Hampshire. But with just Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia, that's enough if I were to add California, which I have the oil bonus, to get the high-tech bonus. And so I don't really need to attack in Washington or in Michigan. I could just, this turn, protect those 2 states, and then next turn spend my money in California, and that would give me the high-tech bonus. I also could go, I'm going to spend my ag money just to try to get a clash. I did spend a couple in Nebraska and like 1 in Idaho that split it, just in case there is a ballot push. But again, there's so many EVs that are not locked in. There's a 0 spin, there's a forfeit, and that is the game. So pretty competitive start in swing states. That's a very common trend in the lobby. That was just my thought process. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next 270 stream.